After some really hard weeks on the boat, we were in deep need of some nature therapy. So with one day to spare, we decided to jump on our long-distance mountain bikes and see where the road would take us. So today we're going on a little bit different of an adventure. We are loading up our bike packing bikes with a little bit of food and cameras. And we're going to ride up the river valley and see where we get. So we're actually going to ride from our house, which is actually Logan's parents' house, and we're going to ride from here up the Englishman River and see where we get to. It's now looking like there's rain clouds rolling in, but hopefully they won't hit us.
We just gotta get packed up and go.
Okay, let's go. Bonjour. So we've done our first bit of road and first bit of single track, and now we're onto a gravel road, which will be most of the rest of the ride. So I want to point something out while we're here. If you live on Vancouver Island, you know how much the climate's changed in the past 10-15 years. We've gone from having very moderate summers where you get like maybe one day of 30 degrees to having the common temperature be about 37 degrees. There's a myriad of reasons for that. So the forests that naturally happen create their own weather systems on top of being able to regulate the amount of water that flows into the rivers, that flows through the forests, and they moderate temperature on top of all of that. For example, we're sitting, I guess, on our bikes in the forest right now, and the difference in temperature from here to that clear cut, even though it's a cloudy day and it's like mid-March, is probably, what, 5 to 10 degrees? It's a substantial difference. Like, I'm sitting here right now cold, debating whether or not I should put a sweater on, and there's snow on the edge of the road, versus there where there's just drying out roads. So although it's obviously very important to talk about things like burning fossil fuels, which I think it's a lot more important on our island specifically to be talking about the fact that logging and paving so many surfaces greatly increases the temperature, which increases the water temperature, which means that we're killing a bunch of wildlife in the ocean and severely changing our habitat. It's really hard, I think, if we're not out actually experiencing what should be wildlife, to see what's going on here, but it is ridiculously extensive, the amount of logging that's happening and the climate change that's happening because of that. It's amazing to be out here and to be adventuring, but it's always a bit of a sobering reminder of all the insane stuff that's going on and how damaging it is to our own survival and our own, happiness, ability to thrive as a society and as a species, and for every other species on the planet as well. There's a very direct line between the state of our rivers and the rate at which the logging industry is taking lumber from the watershed, and it sucks. I don't like to complain a lot about political things on this channel, but when we are so deeply affected by what's happening here in the forest, it's hard not to talk about it when we see what's going on. Is the spot you were thinking of?
Yeah, it's actually on the other side.
Oh, but they decommissioned this bridge, hey?
We might be able to walk across here.
So the plan when we did this little ride today was to get to a campsite that's up the creek that we met right now. I don't know if we can get there via a road or the main road that we were on. There used to be a bridge that went across here, so we're going to try to cross the creek as if there was a bridge and then go along the trail that we would have taken if there was a bridge. But I have a hurt toe that can't go in the water right now, so poor Logan has to cross both of our bikes, and I'm gonna walk along a log down the river a little bit, try to get over there. So yeah. Is it sketchy? Oh, so cold. Ooh.
Man, not slippery.
And cold, hey?
Freezing. Ow.
I'm gonna try to cross that log all the way down there. We'll see how it goes. This is it. Not exactly comfortable or safe. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera away. I made it to the other side.
It's much prettier over here.
It is. Now we gotta try to get the bikes back to another road and hope that we can find this campsite. Because I really want to eat lunch. I'm not gonna lie, that's my main motivation right now.
Lunch?
We decided we were gonna eat lunch at the campsite. So I want to get there.
Okay,
Let's go. Bushwhacking with a bike. What a time to be alive. Ow. What are you stuck on? God damn it. Woo. Oops. Kind of made it. Ow.
was all like this. So this is where you would set up your tent.
Huh. Instead of crossing the creek again, we decided to see if we could find a bridge to cross so we didn't have to get as wet. So we don't know if this road is actually going to lead to the road we need to be on, or this is just going to be a bunch of riding that leads us to nowhere. So what have you discovered there, Logan?
Other than there's no forest left, there's no bridge either, so we are SOL.
So we gotta head back and cross the creek again.
Yeah.
Sweet. After you get the drone back. I don't even know where it is. We couldn't see a bridge, but there was another road that we thought we would try before we reserved ourselves for crossing the river. Oh, snow. What a joy. Done. Nailed it. Pretty nice. The snow went on for what felt like forever, but was really only about 1.5 kilometers. I spent most of my time pushing my bike and complaining while Logan had the time of his life sliding around on 2 pedals. And then we were back to some more familiar terrain. All right, we're back in familiar territory. Seven and a half hours later and 50 kilometers later. Well, it was 49.6 kilometers, close enough to 50. We made it home. We have very muddy bikes, we're exhausted. And feeling good.
It was a good ride. Just over 1,000 meters elevation.
Saw some cool stuff, and I'd say overall worth it.
Definitely worth it. Found ourselves an awesome camping spot that we will have to go and actually camp at.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully when there's no snow though, so that we don't have to hike over the creek again.
Yeah.
It was worth it. It was fun. Also exhausting, and yeah, we're gonna get to work cleaning our bikes and going and taking a nap, because geez, I am so tired.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching, and a special shout out to our patrons, and we'll catch you guys next week when we get back to fixing the boat.